Heh, just as I expected. The old woman cackles in amusement. Children, they're always so interesting like that. So imaginative, yet so predictable. Question mark, question mark, question mark? What are you talking about, old lady? Oh, it's already been 4 or 5 years, I would gather, according to what I was told. One night, a young thief came to the manor looking for trouble. The thief was a little girl about 10 years old. Surprised, I glanced at Kid. There's a trace of an ice-like radiance in her eyes. Staring at her makes me feel like it suddenly dropped below freezing in here. Unfazed, the old woman continues her story. The girl was an orphan. She set off to face Master Lynx all alone, hoping to avenge the girl who had cared for her like a big sister. Now this song here is called... crap. The Girl Who Stole the Stars, I believe. One of my favorite songs from Chrono Cross, and from this game. Her like a big sister. But after all, she was all alone. Outnumbered and overpowered, she was eventually defeated and captured by Master Lynx's henchmen. As an ally... as an ally? Yeah, ally. I got it right. Okay, Master Lynx can be quite an asset. However, as an enemy, he can be one of the most fearsome men alive. If not for a friend who sneaked in and secretly rescued her, she surely would have perished. From what I've heard, this mysterious figure who could allegedly slip in and out of the shadows was the subject of many whispers throughout the manor, long after this incident had come to pass. Not moving a muscle, I try to look for McGill. He's nowhere to be seen. I can only guess he's sporting one of those trademark expressionless faces somewhere off in the darkness. The inhabitants of Viper Manor don't condemn the unfortunate, because no one can win all the time. However, from time to time, the Goddess of Fate has been known to cast down those who have too much good luck, throwing the cogs of time out of order. It's not wise to try and stand against fate, continuing to repeat one's mistake time and time again. The old woman continues, staring straight at Kid, smiling sweetly. If you want to steal the jewel, and if you really want to beat him, you too must give up your most valued possession, Kid. As long as you cling to it, the hands of your clock will never budge. They'll stay frozen, trapped in the distant past. Who the bloody hell is this old hag? Me? Oh, just an old lady. Pay me no mind. Thank you for listening to this old maid for such a long time. I certainly hope I haven't delayed you at all. But before you leave, which one of you... With that, the old woman looks in my direction. Ah, yes, you look like you got a bit of a scrape there. Won't you let me have a look at it? What should I do? I don't know whether to be petrified or comforted by all this. She actually will heal me, so yes, please do, ma'am. The old woman clasps her hand together, bowing her head. She mumbles a few words in a low tone. Suddenly, a gentle pale blue light surrounds my body, filling me with a strange warmth. Wow, look at that. My wounds are being healed before my eyes. It feels as though there's some sort of soft music being played around me, putting me into a strange serenity. When I come around, the woman is gone. Hello? Lady? Says Kid, relentlessly looking around. However, there's no trace of her. All signs of her presence are gone. I wonder what was up with that old hag. Looking around, I can't help but wonder what she was talking about. With all that luck about a prized possession and everything? With all that talk about a prized possession and everything. Let's get our asses out of here. This place is giving me the creeps, says Kid all of a sudden, already heading for the door. Hey, wait up. As I catch up with Kid, she gives me a friendly poke in the ribs. Ain't no fair you were the only one who got healed. Ooh, did that make my... That might have made my, affection with her go down a little bit. From here, the passageway stretches to the right and left. The right path continues on the mansion, while heading to the left will take us to the terrace. So, let's see. I got my map here going. So that's the start. This is a hallway. I'll say this is the clock tower room. Or storage room. Storage room. Put like a little asterisk next to it. Old hag. Right. And so there is a path going to the right of us. That leads where? Alright, so proceed to the right. Proceeding on ahead on the path, we come staircase going up, and a firm-looking set of doors on the left. There better be treasure here. The smell of gold stuck in the air, mate. Go inside, proceed ahead to the stairs, head back towards the terrace. So ahead on the path, we're going up, and a firm to the left. So there's a room to the left. Put that down on my map. And a staircase leading up. So for a staircase, I'll go ahead and make, I don't know, stairs looking thing. And then, let's see. I don't know how big this area actually is. So if it's going up, I may need a bigger piece of paper. I may have drawn this wrong, to be honest. I should have probably drawn it horizontally. Oh well. I'll pull it. I don't know. There may only be one room, so I could just keep it like that, to be honest. I can't exactly remember the layout of the area. So if I remember right, through this door, it's going to be locked first of all, and it's the treasure room. So go inside. Just like I thought. Locked, Kid says after jiggling the handle. Frustrated, she kicks the door. This might slow us down, but surely this bloody L won't keep us out. Well, unless we find the key. There's nothing we can do, Kid. Let's get to it then. I bet Lynx has got it stashed up in his room somewhere, the bastard. Unable to do anything, we leave to look elsewhere. Proceed ahead to the stairs or head back towards the terrace. Proceed ahead to the stairs. Wanting to say we get up here and they're like, oh, I don't want to go up the stairs. Or something. With the Kid in the lead, we ascend the narrow staircase. Cracked stone stairs seem to endlessly twist upward. It feels like we're heading up to a scaffold to be executed. That's an awful feeling, I'm sure. Atop the staircase, an old but solid door waits for us. Silently, this damp place fills me with a feeling of dread. Yeah, there's a faint voice coming from the other side of the door, says Kid. I fear the worst. Maybe we should check somewhere else, I say. What's the matter, you chicken? She says, while glancing at me, but I can tell by the sound of her voice that she isn't feeling much better about this than I am. Something wrong about this place, and we all know it. Go back downstairs or open the door. Now, I know there's at least one room over here, then. So I'm going to draw a room. I'm wanting to say there's only one room here. Open the door or go back downstairs. I'll go back downstairs for now. I really think we ought to come back some other time, I say hesitantly. McGill doesn't look too enthusiastic either. What? You want to turn back? Alright, I guess. Guess I got no choice, Kid exclaims while shrugging her shoulders. How rare, Kid listening to other people for a change. Oh yeah, I need to mark this as treasure room. Treasure room. Right. With Kid leading the way, we descend the stairs. Bottom of the staircase, quiet stern door stands on the right. The hallway also continues on ahead, which will take us back towards the terrace. Proceed ahead to the terrace. In a little while, we come to a door on the left. Terrace lies ahead. Open the door. That leads back to the clock tower room, so just proceed on towards the terrace. After a short while, the terrace comes to view on the left. The cool evening air trickles in through the doorway, giving me a subtle reassurance. Proceed on through the hallway, go out onto the terrace, or turn back. Now, you can go back out onto the terrace, but if I remember right, Kid will sit there like, what are we doing out on the terrace? Let's go find the frozen flame, or something like that. So that might get rid of affection. I don't know. Let's see. Go out onto the terrace. I believe you can actually talk to Kid and McGill. Or try to. We walk quietly out onto the terrace, instantly welcomed by a cool nighttime breeze. The dreary forest we came through lies directly ahead. A light chill is sent down my spine as I watch the treetops rustle in howling wind. Talk a little with Kid. Try talking with McGill. Head back into... Yeah, so try talking a little with Kid. We gotta get that bastard. He's in there somewhere. I'm sure of it. Before long, we'll be right on top of you, Lynx. I can see the fire in her eyes from here. Man, she's cute when she's angry. Come on, what do you drag me all the way out here for? We should head back inside. The sun will be up soon, McGill adds. Yeah, really. Come on, mate. Time to go. Talk a little with Kid. Try talking with McGill. Head back into the Viper Manor. Alright, let's head back. Because McGill's probably not going to say anything, to be honest. Extends to the left and right, wherever we turn, darkness awaits. So, let's try the left passage this time. After a while, the path splits into 3 directions. To the left is a ascending staircase, while the path on the right extends into darkness. Another passage lies ahead. Alright, so we have this hallway. And from this hallway, we have a path that splits into 3 directions. One to the left is a descending staircase. Okay. And I'll extend that down to here. Right. Another passage lies straight ahead, while the path on the right extends into darkness, so we have one that goes to the right. Right. And another straight ahead. So straight ahead. Let us proceed on ahead. We continue through the passageway. After a while, we arrive at a beautifully decorated set of double doors. Enter, turn back. So we got a room at the end of this hallway. Right. What room are you? Can I enter yet? Yes, I can. What room are you? Seems to be Viper Manor Ballroom. Okay, so this is the ballroom. Ballroom. Right, we won't need to come here for a while. This seems to be Viper Manor's ballroom. Beautiful decorative ornaments rest on large tables in the center of this huge hall. Rows of huge pillars are lined up on both sides, adorned with sculptures of birds and various other animals. At the far end of the room sits a gigantic organ, taking up the entirety of the wall. Its pitch-black aura beckons us. A countless number of candles provide a soft flickering luminescence to the room. Everything around us shimmers in the dim candlelight. Various portraits have been hung up on the walls, depicting all sorts of well-dressed people. From what I can gather, they're high-quality oil paintings. They all have a similar sort of morbid gaze in their eyes. Though, who could these be? Lynx's relatives, maybe? Of these, a portrait of a young lady in pink dress catches my eye. Wait, what was that? I swear she looked at me just then. Come on, Serge. Time to put away the ghost stories. It's just my imagination acting up again, I tell myself. It was probably a trick of the light, caused by a flickering candle or something. The oil's glossy finish stored image for a second or two. Yeah, that's what happened. But, I don't know. This room's bloody strange. Kid sees it too. She has to have seen it. I suggest we look elsewhere, McGill says suddenly. Kid and I offer no objections. Right. We leave the ballroom, heading back through the passageway. After a bit of walking, he comes to a 3-way split in the path. The right is a set of stairs leading down, while a narrow passage to the left leads into the darkness. Let's head to the left. We head down the path. After a while, ends at a stained wooden door. Go in, turn back. Go in. What is in here? Guess this is the study. Okay, so this is the study. The huge room is faintly lit by moonlight, shining in through a tall window. In the back of the room stands a large, ornately decorated desk. Row after row of bookshelves house thousands of thick, dusty books. A painting is hung on the rear wall, sharing space with various exotic heroes. Examine the desk, walk over to the bookshelves, check out the painting. Examine the desk. Walk over and open a drawer in the mahogany desk. Drawers contain writing materials and documents, arranged in an orderly fashion. Unfortunately, they don't seem to contain anything worth mentioning. But then, a small picture on the drawer catches my eye. It's a portrait of a friendly-looking girl with a faint smile on her face. I hold it up, wondering who it could be. It's probably Lynx's adopted daughter, Kid says, looking over my shoulder with her nose crinkled. Pedophile. Suddenly, we start to hear footsteps coming this way. Though they aren't that loud, they boom like thunder in the night. Kid and I jump up. McGill swiftly conceals himself in nearby shadows. Quick behind the door, quick under the desk. Kid and I scurry underneath the desk, curling up and I wrap her up in my arms. Smaller than I thought. What? Hey, The door opens with a sudden creak. We sit motionless without making a peep. Quivering light of a candle spreads in from the doorway. Soon after, a hand holding a candlestick comes into view from behind the door. Tightening, I nervously hold my breath. When I look down, my heart skips a beat. With Kid's lips right in front of me, I feel myself starting to lose control. So full and pink and glossy. My heart starts pounding faster and faster. I force myself to stop staring and shut my eyes tight. Whoever opened the door doesn't seem to have any intention of entering the room. Thought I heard something. No reason for anyone to be in here, though, since the master is away. Still, with those poor southerners on the move, it's never too safe to be sorry. The door closes softly, covering the room in darkness once again. For a while we wait, not moving an inch. Footsteps echo away into the distance. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I can't stop thinking about how great she smells. Hey, how long are you going to stick to me like that? Kid asks, blowing into my ear. Huh? Sorry. I quickly get up, bumping my head against the desk with a loud bang. Crawl out, rubbing my head. Man, that stings. Kid comes out next, crouching. She looks over at me and says, "You goof, you alright?" "Yeah, I'm fine." "So, Poor is up to something," McGill says quietly, emerging from the shadows. Poor is a large country governing the southern continent. I hear it's a pretty well-developed and fairly prosperous place. But what would they be after in these outlands? Surely not the frozen flame. No matter how valuable it may be, in the end it's just a jewel, a piece of rock. How valuable can it really be? I know, but I've played all the games. We leave the study, retracing our steps through the dark passageway. Finally, the passage comes to a three-way branch. There's a descending staircase in front of us, in addition to passageways on the right and left. The one on the left will take us back towards the terrace. We need to descend the stairs. Descend the stairs, right. As I start to slowly descend the stairs in the dim light, I stretch my hands out in front of me to try and feel for something. However, all I am greeted with is the moist feeling of these grimy stone walls. Ugh. We descended the staircase. To the left lies a huge stone archway, and the right we can see a narrow path twisting into the darkness. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to erase what I drew here, because it looks like I'm going to need more space. So, for here, this will lead down to here. Right, so, we descended the staircase to the left. So there's a passageway to the left. Lies a huge stone archway. And to the right, we can see a narrow path twisting into the darkness. And we're actually looking at the room from this angle, aren't we? I can't. They'd be looking at it from this direction, so I need to flip this upside down, actually. Alright, so let's enter the passage on the right. I think. Yeah, we can't go on the archway to the left yet, so enter the passage on the right. Ahead of me, I hear Kid come to a sudden stop. What's wrong? I ask in a whisper. I look over only to see Kid pointing down the dark hallway. Squinting my eyes, I try to look for something. After a while, I start to see some sort of white mass a ways ahead of us. What is it? I ask, readying my knife. And then, as if reacting to my voice, it starts to quickly scurry towards us, growing taller and taller as it approaches. What are you? It's a skeleton! Quick, what do we do? Fall back, ram it. Ram it! I immediately start rushing, hoping to catch it off guard. Ah! The hollow cloud of the skeleton comes toppling to the ground. Ribs fly everywhere as its spine breaks in two. I think you've had enough, Kid shouts, looking over at the crumpled heap of bones. Suddenly, as if somehow reacting to her taunts, the skeleton begins to stir once again. It's got a bone to pick with us. I back away in shock. The skeleton's torso starts to prop itself up with its left hand. Its right hand then grasps its dislodged skull and holds it up, staring straight at us. What the? Suddenly, the skeleton hurls its skull at me with blinding speed. What do? Catch it? Dodge. I do my best to dodge the incredibly fast-moving skull. Ha! I've managed to dodge the skull. However, looking behind me, I see that it struck Kid instead. Ah, dang it. Bollocks, she shouts, slapping me in the face. I'm sorry. Miguel quickly slides over the skull, smashing under his feet. As soon as this happens, the skeleton falls to the ground, now nothing more than a lifeless heap of bones. If it wanted to mess with us, it needed to put more backbone into its attacks. Alright, let's go, says Kid, after vengefully scattering their bones everywhere. Sorry, Kid. I really think I'm starting to get the hang of this whole fighting thing. I'm barely hurt at all. You got a thing or two to learn, but you're getting there, mate. Kid's mischievous eyes sparkle as I glance at her for a moment in the dim moonlight. I set off down the corridor with her ready for what's next. Okay, so I was interrupted there real quick, but I am now back. It's actually been a few hours since I last was playing. Even though it does not seem like that at all in the video, probably, because I probably just suddenly stopped when in the middle of recording. Basically, it is the day before Thanksgiving, and so things are a bit hectic around the house, of course. People are being loud, and I didn't want that to, catch on the mic or anything, you know, so I took a break for a while, played some Silent Hill 2 until my game crashed, and it actually keeps freezing at the same scene when you first see Maria. So I'm really annoyed with that, but ayo. Well, now we're back. So the passageway makes a sharp turn to the right before stretching on through the subterranean maze. Before long, we're greeted with a beautifully ornate set of doors on the right. Strange, there's a distinct smell of flowers coming from here. So this is probably Lynx's daughter's room, which is Riddell. So enter the room. And that's so I can mark this down on my paper. Right. We come to a comfortably decorated room. Small trinkets have been placed on the desk and shelves, adding some charm. The owner of this room has obviously gone to great lengths to try and bring a somewhat graceful lifestyle into this otherwise dark mansion. Still, the room seems to carry an unsettling stillness with it. Bet it's Lynx's daughter's room, Kid says, surveying some of the items. Letter on the desk and the warm teacup hint of a woman living here. However, after searching the room, no one is found. All we find are various odds and ends, a beautifully arranged set of flowers, a white handkerchief carelessly tossed aside, a small bottle of perfume, and so on. Although this stuff adds atmosphere to the room, none of it is really worth anything to us. Kid also seems to feel this way, disregarding most of the stuff in here. She picks up a small box decorated with a serpentine coat of arms, however. Like the rest of the items in here, it looks like it's of little worth to us. What should I do now? Check the bed, ask Kid to open the small box, check the dresser drawers. Check the dresser drawers. Open up the dresser. All sorts of differently colored garments have been placed in the drawer. Frills, lace, and just about every color of lingerie. Wonder what kind of dress... Wait, wonder what kind of dress is that... I'm thinking it's supposed to say what kind of dress this is. Kid mutters, holding up a silk garment from the bottom of the drawer. Examining the dress, I can see she's fascinated with it. I've never worn anything like this before, she says, running her hands across the fine floral lace. She slides the dress down her shirt and pulls it up over her shoulders. After a moment or two of shuffling around, she undoes her shirt and sees her wearing nothing but the silk dress. And I see her wearing nothing but the silk dress. She looks as graceful as a fairy with it on. Wow, look at me. I'm a lovely maiden. Not a scrap of roughage on me. None whatsoever. A perfect fit. "Aw, Serge, quit teasing," says Kid, blushing. "Come on, let's go," she says after a while, putting her old clothes back on with a smile on her face. From here, the passageway stretches to the right and left. Heading right will take us further into darkness, while turning left will take us back to the staircase. Believe we want to head right because that will lead to Lynx's room. I remember some of the rooms. After a little while, the dark passageway ends at a polished, robust set of doors. Right. Kid crinkles her nose in disgust. Something strange about this place. I don't feel right, mate. Probably just my imagination, though. Heh. Standing there in the cold darkness, Kid hollow laugh does nothing but add to my fear. Should be Lynx's room. Go into the room. What room are you? Yes, Lynx's room. These are apparently Lynx's quarters. No one seems to be here, however. We're right on top of you now, Lynx. Say your prayers, you bastard. Looking around, it's a very dilapidated room. Furniture is thrown about in all directions, and almost nothing matches. Taking a look at the room as a whole, there's no sense of harmony whatsoever. It's very suggestive of a chaotic mind. Alright. The key to that vault's gotta be in here somewhere, Kid says as she starts to search. Frozen flame, here we come. I sift through a number of odd items adorning the room. There's a cluttered desk, a painting that's hanging unevenly on the far wall, and a picture on a side table, among other things. In one corner of the room stands a tall, curious object of some sort. A scarlet cloth has been placed over it, covering it. As I slowly reach out my hand out to uncover it, McGill suddenly says, "Please avoid reckless interference." Taking his advice, I turn my hand to the side. I return my hand to my side. However, the cloth suddenly starts to fall off on its own. I didn't touch it, I swear. Did it just leap off all by itself? Kid asks, rolling her eyes. A large mirror has been uncovered. Fancifully decorated, it looks to be a high-priced, arabesque antique. I got a bad feeling about this. Then all of a sudden, the reflection of the Venus statue opens its eyes, staring at us through the mirror. So it's the Venus de Milo, I guess. Is there something you seek? The statue's reflection asks in a soft, womanly voice. The voice seems to be coming from the statue in front of me, but only the mirror's reflection seems to be moving. It can talk. It is a mirror of whispers, McGill says, examining it closely. But what is it? It is a looking glass that harbors a living spirit. The spirit is free to roam throughout nearby mirrors, able to see into our everyday lives. They are known to be quite wise. Is there anything you wish to ask? Wow, a million questions come to mind. Ask about Lynx, ask where the key to the treasure vault is, about Kid's measurements. Now, if you do that, she actually doesn't like you. But it is quite funny. Ask where the key to the treasure vault is. If you know where the key to the treasure vault is, could you please tell us? The mirror's surface begins to ripple. The whirling smoke soon takes shape into a picture of a large room, decorated with rows and rows of books. In a beautiful, womanly voice, the mirror responds, "The key you seek, as you see before you, rests within this room. Towards the rear of the great sanctuary of knowledge, within a large purple book, you will find the item you so desire." The image slowly fades and returns to a normal reflection. The spirit has apparently moved to another mirror, McGill says. Okay, let's head for the study. As I head for the door, I suddenly get the feeling I'm being watched. I come to stop and look around. Then suddenly, a faint whisper reaches my ears. Be careful, they know.